Hello everybody, it is me, GamePenguin21, and today looks like we are going to be talking about the PlayStation State of Play. Now, the PlayStation State of Play happened this week, and this video is probably going to be more of an informative one. I do have some salt in the back half of this video, if you care about that, but I'm just going to go through what actually seemed to happen here, and I'm going to mainly be going through the games. I'm going to be talking about a couple of other things, and essentially just looking through what we have here. Now, I personally didn't watch this live. I thought that it was okay, because again, I don't really have much interest in game for the PlayStation stuff. So, it's whatever. So this is kind of like secondhand knowledge that I got from other people. But this is essentially what they've shown off, and I'll just give my current quick opinions on them, and then we can get into some of the salty stuff that you're actually here for. With that being said, if you like what it is that I do and want to support me in any way, shape, or form, other than your viewership, which is always enough, please feel free to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and also hit some of that bells notification stuff. Do all that things, and I love you all for doing that. If you want to support me in other ways, links down to all that in the description below. With that being said, let's get started. So, of course, starting out with the Astrobot game itself. Astrobot itself, in and of itself, is... I'm repeating myself. Astrobot, the DLC, which is like a free couple of speedrunning stuff, that was probably a good way of like a baseline to start this off. And again, I don't really have Astrobot, nor do I really care about Astrobot, but in essence, it looks good. It actually looks fine, and it's probably one of the few actual freaking exclusives that I think is okay. Not really worth buying a whole system for it, but it is actually a pretty solid one. The Tale of Fire, which is I think the game that was the claymation one. That one actually, I liked the aesthetics, and it is finally very interesting how a lot of sort of like claymation styled games are starting to come out more, and I do find that interesting. There was like one more that's on PC somewhere, but I don't know where it specifically is. But this looks fine. I mean, again, the aesthetic, if you like it, the aesthetic is there. They didn't show off any gameplay apparently, so whatever. Hell is Us. Seems like it's actually a multi-platform, but because I looked it up at least on things, and it does seem to be on PC, so interesting how they showed it off there. But regardless of that, the Hell is Us is actually looking like a pretty decent Souls-like game. Maybe more of like a cyberpunky aesthetic, but kind of not. I think that it's fine. Overall, from what I saw of the trailer and of the Steam page specifically, looks like really good. Might be something I pick up eventually. Archage, which is seemingly an RPG. If you like that, good for you. Not really the biggest thing for me. I think it's Archage Chronicles here. It's also available on PC, but again, I'm gonna stop saying that because some of these are whatever. Pal World got a PlayStation port, which, let me be clear on that. That's actually kind of a W. If you really wanted to play some Pal World, good for you. They made a lot of money, and of course support them in their time of need with the whole them getting sued or whatever. So we'll talk about that in another video. Don't worry, I do know about this, and we have a specialty guest for those as well. Lunar Remastered, Unfazed, Shatter's Revenge DLC. I don't know. Oh, I don't know what I put there, but another DLC, Unfazed. The Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic and Shadow like movie tie-in game. It looks fine. I'm not really a big fan of Sonic, at least in terms of the games, but I mean, good movie tie-in game, I guess, hopefully, maybe. Fantasia, or the next thing, I don't really know what that is. The Dragon Age, like Vanguard one, the newest Dragon Age one, I kind of actually don't care, because all that I've really heard of this game that's like cutting edge and amazing is the character creator, and I'm like, if you just have to boost up this whole thing just for a character creator, no, I don't really have much interest in that. Alan Wake 2 DLC, okay. Hitman VR game, that actually looks kind of okay. I don't know if it's like a new one or it's like it's part of the Hitman series. I forget specifically. I didn't really, again, see it. Legacy of Kain 1 and 2 Remaster, no real opinion there. A VHS-styled horror game. The aesthetic is nice, but unsure of anything else really on that. A Lego Fortnite tie-in with a controller as well. Dynasty Warriors, no real opinion there. If you like Dynasty Warriors, hey, there's another game coming out. Monster Hunter Wilds, which has apparently been shown again off. I don't really have any opinion on Monster Hunter itself. It does seem like if you like Monster Hunter, this is more of it, so good for you. More of Lego Horizons, which I'm going to be honest, I'm excited for. I really actually want to play this game. Like, that's pretty solid, and fight me in the comments if you care less. Next up is a Stellar Blade and Near DLC. That's pretty solid. overall. Horizon Zero Dawn is getting a remaster, which I have several things to say on that, but we're not going to get it into here. Some more games enhanced by the PS5 Pro, which they had to dedicate an entire section to that, apparently. Hype that up, I guess. A couple other things, and then finally, the Ghosts of Yatoi. I am going to fuck that name up this entire video, and I am very sorry. Honestly, probably one of the best parts of the showcase. A new game, pretty solid, looks to be pretty good. But that is the general gist of it. But there is, of course, people out there who are a little bit salty about this. Now, again, I kind of blasted through a whole bunch of information there, mainly because I don't really have much else to say on this. Is this a good showcase? Is this a bad showcase? I would say of the showcases of Sony this time, it's pretty okay, pretty solid, though overall have no real big opinions on this. But let's take a look at some salty comments here to kind of round off this video. This is probably going to be a smaller video because I think I'm going to be doing smaller, more condensed, focused videos rather than longer videos here. With that being said, again, Genki here, which is like the first one I have here, says that he gives it a 9 out of 10, talking about all the stuff that I talked out before, which now looking at all of that is actually pretty good. Again, I think that the Ghosts of Yotai, that one is actually pretty solid. That's probably, again, one of the biggest things on the list that you can kind of see here because it has some of these other things. The movie Shadow DLC, that one, I don't know if that's supposed to be a DLC or something like that, but I don't know. Overall, I think that the state of play was solid 6, but that's just my personal opinion. Nicola comes in here saying that it's only been 20 minutes and my bro melting like Judge Doom. And I believe that that's a specific reference there, that if you don't get, okay. So Gaz here is basically talking about the Ghosts of Yotoi and how it looks exactly like a PS4 game and how he's disappointed in the visuals and how the internet's crying about the lead being a woman, like Jesus Christ, if that is the case here. And that he's also hoping that it's a DLC and not an actual sequel. Look, again, I was going to talk about this more, but here's the thing. If the Ghosts of Yotoi 1 is at least having some of the polish of the original Ghosts of Tsushima, I don't think that there's going to be really many people who actually care about this. For me, this kind of rings an interesting truth of, if you've ever seen the Netflix show Blue-Eyed Samurai, that one actually, I don't know if it's based on that or if that's like based on other stuff. I just think that it'd be a really interesting dynamic to see. I would like to personally see more gameplay of this probably, but I'm unsure of the specifics of this. Pretty neat and solid though, that whole thing. Nib here basically says, so originally I wasn't interested in Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, but Horizon Forbidden West, PS5 only visuals, DualSense features, for only a $10 upgrade for people who own the PS4 version? Yeah, sign me up, lol. Which I don't have anything to say other than what someone else also already did my job for me and quoted out his thing, basically saying from AGS Live here, saying for only a $10 upgrade. This is exactly how they keep scamming us because of how little we think $10 is. And yeah, I agree. That one, that right there, kind of an L take. So it's like, yeah, I didn't really like it originally, but for $10 as an upgrade, yeah, this is actually really solid. If you've already bought the game itself, honestly, it's fucking stupid, to be personally clear here. I don't think that this game needs a remaster, nor does it actually deserve a remaster. Not because it's a bad game, mind you. It's an okay game. I played it on my PC. But I personally wasn't hooked, and I didn't think it needed a remastered here. This thing kind of actually got memed on a little bit with Opera GX here. Yeah, I'm gonna be pulling from the meme lords themselves, talking about how they have all these cool things. I really do wish that there was some of these there. And I know that this is more or less a very big fucking stupid meme here that they probably did whatever. But hey, fun to see stuff like that happening. Next up, we have a pyro here saying that Sony showed a state of play, the W or L, basically showing off all these other things. Again, not really salt, just more of the informative stuff here. I don't think that I was able to get much salt here. But Sebastian here talks about, so the female protagonist of Ghost of Tsushima 2 gonna get in the hot springs too, with the good old Shrek meme here. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. I think that that's probably one of the creepier things there. And again, not really salt, but just a very weird meme here. But then we have Reforge Gaming here, who was retweeting Tom Warren talking about the world that give us Bloodborne Remastered on PC, with Sony talking about Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. And Reforge Gaming comes in here, says, compare which sold more, Tom. To which I have to say, imagine if they did actually release a Bloodborne Bloodborne Remastered, or even a Bloodborne 2, which I don't think is going to happen. But here's the thing with that, dude. Yes, Horizon Zero Dawn did technically sell more at around, I think it was, if I remember the final numbers correctly, because I did look this up for this specific segment, but the final numbers for Bloodborne was about, I think, 12 million, or around 17 million-ish, whereas with Horizon Zero Dawn, it was cracking around 24 to 25-ish million. Now, let me be clear here. While that is a very significant difference in number, what I would also like to make liable for the court here is, wasn't Horizon Zero Dawn also like bundled with a bunch of PlayStation consoles when it was first announced or something like that? I'm fairly certain I remember seeing bundles which contained the actual game, which might have inflated those numbers even a little bit, though. Again, completely unsure. I'm fairly certain that I'm correct. If I'm not, I stand wildly corrected, and good for them for cracking 25 million. Mighty Keef here retweeting someone saying, I wonder how long those people will take to do the thing that they do. Man, what an absolute loser. Talking about Endymion, which, again, in this context, let's read this salty tweet out, because this is actually what we expected to kind of happen with that. The Ghost of Tsushima sequel stars a Japanese woman samurai warrior, because of course it does. They can't help themselves until every franchise that is built on masculinity is replaced by women. Ghosts of Yotoi is hopefully a smaller spin-off game, but if this is the true sequel, then this is the new main character over Jin Sakai. F that, so sick of the forced girl boss narrative, man. It's always nice when you can just get a tweet. Oops, I just dropped my phone again. When you can get a tweet like this, and you don't even have to really say anything. You just have to look at it and stare at it and realize just how stupid that sort of shit is. Of course, all we're talking about here with Pirate Nation, with Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster Aloy character model comparison, where they talk about the OG versus the remaster. And let me just say, it looks fine. I mean, looking at the 1-2 comparison here, it actually does look like her face is not made of Play-Doh, which, I mean, I guess while it does look very realistic here in this context, or this, whatever, it does look fine. Again, I'm not too certain if this is supposed to be a meme or something like that. If this is AI, whatever here, I don't know. But I mean, like, fine, I guess, whatever, who the fuck cares? With someone basically saying, Jan von Astroberg here with, we brought over Aloy's model from Forbidden West. We also reworked the character lighting to match the look of Horizon Forbidden West and improved skin tones. Hair shaders are also improved. The slight blurring you see between PS4 and PS5 is because the PS4 image here is motion blur turned off, which, let me be clear here on this, that's fine. I mean, again, I don't personally want a remaster. I still think that it's very much not needed at all in this context, like literally. But with the 1-2 comparison here from Pirate Nation, I mean, it looks fine. And I think that will end that off there. Overall, state of play probably could have been an email, according to at least this Manuel tweet here. But overall, I mean, it was better than anything else here that was in the actual game. So, you know what? I'll take it. And I don't get, and this is coming from someone who doesn't really care or give a shit about most of the games that are exclusive, nor some of the games that were actually shown off there. The few that are coming to my platform anyway, so whatever. In any case, this has been my recap of this whole situation with the state of play. There will be another video, more or less, out on the Pal World drama that's been happening, mainly on the video Harmon Smith Bay, because of course he did. I might have a couple of guests for that. In any case, my name is GamePenguin21. If you like what it is that I do and want to support me in any way, shape, or form outside of a like, comment, and subscribe, which is always welcome. Links down to everything in the description below. I do stream on Twitch. I do other stuff, and I have to. And I said that I would be probably taking a break and uploading these videos, but that was probably a lie, though I'm sure. Overall, anyway, my name is GamePenguin21, like I said again, and a peace off.
Hey man, can I get a favor? Yeah, sure, I know, see you later. Sometimes I just wanna be a hater. Gotta wash down the top 40s with a chaser. Your voice starts feeling like a waiter. Scraping my mind against the cheese grater. Before you go, sir, you have to sign a waiver. That's alright, I'm aware of the danger. You wanna get away, you better get in line. Won't go another day of wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. No